Master Deposit LPT with Dr. B. I'm Dr. B. If you're watching this video clip on any of the other social media platforms besides YouTube, please go to the bio, click on the YouTube link, and subscribe. Leave me your comments, like, and you can watch any of the other videos in this series in the playlist. This is the concluding Daymaster Deposit LPT in this 4-part series. So this is part 4. We're talking about breaking habits, and we're talking about creating new habits. And so in this video, we're basically putting it together and we're saying keep it simple. And so I want to go back to our scripture. I pick up my book because I have the versions. If you recall, in the first video, I read from myriad versions of Galatians 5:1, and I've picked a selected version for the other two. And for this video, I want to pick the God's Word translation. And it says this: Christ has freed us so that we may enjoy the benefits of freedom. Therefore, be firm in this freedom and don't become slaves or bound again. Christ has freed us so that we may enjoy the benefits of this freedom. One of the primary benefits of the freedom that we have is the freedom of choice, the freedom to choose, and to choose to break old, negative, destructive habits by changing our habit action, by changing the actions we engage in. Remember, it's the actions consistently which create our habits, and our negative actions create our negative habits, and thus produce for us negative consequences. And if you're frustrated and tired of so many negative results and negative consequences, you must begin to do things differently. Again, remember, Einstein says doing the same thing repeatedly, looking for different results, and I'm paraphrasing, is indicative of being insane. It's insanity. So you must begin the process of breaking old habits, changing old habit actions, and creating new habits, and creating new habit actions. And I want you to remember, you can't go into it thinking it's an overnight endeavor, that it's something that produces instantaneous success. It is not. Changing the habit, while not complicated, it is difficult if you find those habits that you embrace are so deeply ingrained, and that you are so entrenched in these habits that letting it go becomes an arduous task. It becomes difficult for you. It's something hard. You can't see yourself without engaging in these actions, engaging in these habits that have been so deleterious to you, so destructive, so hurtful, so harmful, cause you to lose relationships, lose finances, lose health, lose peace of mind, caused you to sink deeper into a morass of confusion and anger, bitterness, struggle and strife, jealousy. So, hopefully, as we've gone through these 3 videos in this series, I hope you've at least begun to process and embrace the trinity of habit change. We talked about that. The trinity of habit change. And that's a phrase I coined. So, which is name the habit that you want to change. Give it a name. And then identify what triggers the actions you engage in that created that particular habit. And then 3, replace the old action with new actions that will create the new habit. Replace the habit and the actions that you want to discard. Replace that with new habits that you want to embrace and new habits that you want to create. Those types of actions. And also, I hope you started thinking about, we talked about the 30 plus 10 equal 40 formula. I hope you thought about that. Again, 30 consistent days of refusing to engage in that old negative action or habit action, and then adding 10 more days where you are performing this new action that you are seeking to solidify and cement into your mind. Remember, if you can cement it in your mind, it's just a matter of time. But 10 days more where you are performing these new habits, these new habit actions in front of other people who are aware of what you are doing, aware of your intentions. That's how you create accountability. When people say, oh, I thought you were trying to break that habit. Oh, I thought you were not doing that. Oh, I see what you're doing. It helps hold you accountable to your endeavors. And so, concluding here in this lesson, we're concluding with, as we started last lesson, reprogramming, changing the habit action, reprogramming our mind's heart, reprogramming ourselves so that we are now engaging in right action, getting rid of wrong action. And so, as we close, also, again, this series was inspired by my book, Live Your Life Purpose. And while it is not exhaustive, to be sure, you can get the book for a more exhaustive explanation and more exhaustive direction than this. But as we close in this lesson, I want to close with the critical exercises for reprogramming, things that you must do that are critical to your success for reprogramming. And that's first, I call it writing accountability. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down the habit action that you seek to break. And then also, juxtaposed to that, write down the life purpose habit action. Remember, I call the positive, the success habit action, the life purpose habit action that you want to create. So you're going to write down the habit action that you want to discard, that you want to break. And you're also going to write down the habit action that you want to embrace, that you want to create for your life. And second, I want to give you the strategy system. Okay? And again, it's not exhaustive, but I think you will get the point. And so the strategy system is create a support system, your family, your friends, maybe coworkers, resources, material, motivational material, instructional materials. These videos are great. My books are great. But create a support system that helps you move forward in this endeavor. Make a written note of the triggers. This is all in your strategy system. A written note of the triggers that cause you to engage in the negative actions or habit actions. And then make a list of the useful motivations. These videos are great, I believe, as motivational tools and instructional tools. And there are others. And then 3, obstacles. Make a list of the possible obstacles that you will encounter to your success. Remember, the enemy is always trying to get you, always trying to trip you up and cause you to stumble. And it's okay. Someone said we fall down, but we get up. All right. A righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets up. So if you stumble, get up. If you fall, get up. Don't worry about it. But make a list of the possible obstacles, the places that you go, the people that you are around, the people that you bring into your space that may be detrimental to your success, so that you are alerted to these things. And then begin dating the process. Put a date on it. Time stamp it. Choose a start date. And then get moving. Choose a start date for changing these old habits, breaking these old habits, creating these new habits by engaging in positive life purpose habit actions, actions that create habits. And so remember, while it may take 14 to 250 some odd days to break a habit, or as the research says, approximately 66 days to form a new habit, remember that 30 plus 10 equals 40 formula that you want to reprogram your mind's heart, reprogram your thinking, and engaging in negative actions to create positive life purpose actions. If you do this, you will see great progress in your life. I've been applying these tools. I refresh them, revisit them, reapply them over and over, and they work. I've been doing this for 30 years or so, and these tools work. So I hope I've given you something in this series to encourage you, to motivate you, to create new positive life purpose actions and break old negative habits and habit actions to create the life you desire, you deserve, and to get the positive success results in all areas of your life. I believe that's God's will for your life. I believe that's his purpose for you. And I believe you know it and that you're ready for it. So I encourage you. I hope this series has blessed you. Go master the day. Remember to be awesome. We are forever reaching peace.